Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Sean Anderson, Most Valuable Podcast, and alongside me is Ricky Widmer of Most Valuable Podcast, and we're doing NBA Game 3 reactions of the finals. Cleveland has now shortened the 2-0 lead to 2-1. They won this game 122-90. Ricky, looking it in, going back to my prediction of Game 2, I said the Warriors were going to win 140-95 or something stupid like that.
I believe the exact prediction was the Warriors will shut up the queue quickly and the Warriors will get things done big.
How do you like that for that prediction, huh? That's some analysis for you.
Mine was closer. At least I thought the Cavs would come out.
I picked the Cavs to win the series, and I'm like bashing on them.
I will say this, and this goes with the prediction for the series.
I'm a true Chicago fan.
You're a true Chicago fan?
Yeah. When shit goes bad, it's all bad. It can never be good again. And when things are great, we're the best team in the world.
But how I see this series moving forward after Game 3 is Game 4 is now the most important game of the series. If the Warriors win, we're ending this thing in 5. The Cavs win, we're ending this thing in 7 at the Oracle. This is not ending in 6.
LeBron said even after the game, it's still do or die. You know, we can't go back to their home down 3-1.
Because they're not going to be able to win more than once at the Oracle, maybe not even once.
Yeah. I mean, looking at this game, Cleveland did what I said they should have done in Game 2, but they didn't do that. And Ty Lue, I think, finally made the right adjustments, putting Richard Jefferson out there in the absence of K-Love. And really, maybe, do you play K-Love after this? I mean, K-Love...
I play him off the bench. I play him off the bench. I keep Richard Jefferson as the starter.
Channing Frye's not even getting minutes off the bench. So.
Or what I do is I think a Lincoln would work. I put it over the doctor and say, how much is it going to cost to keep Kevin Love out for this game? Because then I don't have to make the decision. I can say the doctors made the decision. Kevin Love, the thing I hate to hear is how everyone's like, trade Kevin Love. He's a liability. He's not good for the Cavaliers. The thing with Kevin Love in this series, this is like the one series where Kevin Love is useless because of the Warriors. If they're playing the Thunder, we're not having this discussion. Because of the Thunder's bigs and how they use their bigs, Kevin Love is now relevant. Because of the Warriors' style of play, this just doesn't fit Kevin Love. So now we're thinking, he's useless. He's useless in this series, not as a team.
See, I think that the game plan, though, is not, it shouldn't be, let's incorporate the big three. It should just be give the ball to LeBron. That's basically what they did. He played 40 minutes.
He's got to go beast mode.
Yeah, he did last night. 14 for 26 from the field, 11 rebounds, I think 6 assists. He did have 5 turnovers, which you obviously want to see him limit. But, they kind of doing what they did in Orlando with, it's kind of like, pre, LeBron going to the Heat days, but it's also kind of like when Dwight Howard was in Orlando, it was basically surround him with shooters. Outside of Tristan Thompson, surround him with shooters, surround him with guys who can score when he's open. And LeBron made a living just dominating and using his body. And LeBron, played fantastic. And LeBron did what we needed him to do. I said he needed to score 40. He scored 32.
Kyrie helped.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Kyrie having what?
34.
30?
Yeah, 30.
He had 30 points. That kind of helped. The thing with the Cavs moving forward that I think is their biggest weakness, their second biggest weakness, because to me their biggest weakness is Tyronn Lue being the rookie head coach, not having enough experience like Steve Kerr. But the biggest weakness player-wise is their depth. Because if you look at their minutes, Jefferson 33, LeBron played 40, Thompson 31, Kyrie 37, and JR played 38. The main reason why the Warriors were out of this game was because they were missing all of their shots. If they make more of their three-pointers, I'm not saying the Warriors would have won it, so don't chastise me in the comment section, but it would have been more of a game.
Yeah, but I don't think the Warriors lost this game. The Cavs won this game, clearly. Clearly they won this game. They had the right game plan. They executed it perfectly. And, if they're going to need to do that for 4 or 3 more games to actually win this series.
The Cavs won it, but I was unsure if the Warriors wanted to be there. Some of the Warriors, I'm like, okay, you want to fight, you want to be there. But there were others, mainly Steph Curry. I'm going to throw you under the bus, brother. And I've been your biggest supporter this postseason. Just didn't look like it's like, whatever, we can lose one. Plus, if you look at this whole postseason, which game has been the Warriors' worst game each series?
I think you're fucking nuts.
Game 3.
I think you're fucking nuts.
What?
What are you talking about? A team doesn't want to go out there and win. We're 73-9 in the regular season. This is one of the greatest teams we've seen, at least in the regular season.
When I see your head coach pull you from the game and then go, "Are you okay?"
That might be
from an MVP. It's like, come on, brother. He's got to get his head in the game because he hasn't been looking like Steph Curry.
LeBron and Cleveland threw something that they haven't seen from this team so far in the first 2 games. They had a different game plan. Look, Curry could have been thrown off by that. Cleveland was playing much better defense. I mean, they dominated the offensive boards. They were doing stuff that they haven't done before. They were playing their game, and I don't know if it meant like mentally or he didn't have the right mindset going in. I think the game plan just threw off Curry because he's still. This is his only second finals. LeBron's been to fucking 6 straight finals. I mean, this guy is a vet. I mean, he might have came off slow, but now he's finally coming into it. Steph might be in and out.
I've been defending him all postseason, but now it's time to put up or shut up because the Splash Brothers need to come to the rescue. The Warriors, they're going to win this series only because at this point, they can just win the home games. However, I want to see some more out of especially the Splash Brothers coming into Game 4 because if they can turn it on, then they can really exploit that weakness that I was talking about from the Cavs, where after you get past the starting 5, you're not getting enough from your bench, and if you tire out that starting 5, that's just going to make them kind of weak and fall off, and then boom, you can pounce with that shooting, but that shooting wasn't there. You could say it's the defense. I think it was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of the defense and a little bit of the Warriors just weren't making Warrior ball shots.
What is your prediction for Game 4 on Friday?
My prediction for Game 4 is that the Warriors are going to come out and be the team that we were expecting them to be in Game 3. The way I see it, they've lost every single Game 3 in their series this postseason. Rockets, Trailblazers, and the Thunder. I compare this more to Blazers-Rockets series because they won the first 2 games of those series, came out that next game, they won it, ended those series in 5. That's what I think is going to happen here. I don't know if it's going to be another blowout like we've seen. I don't know if it's going to be close. All I know is that we're going to see a better Warrior team, and they're going to come out and beat the Cavs in Game 4.
My prediction is that I think Cleveland's going to come out and go right back to the game plan that worked. I don't know if Kevin Love's going to play or not. We haven't really heard news on whether he is going to play or not. I think they still keep Richard Jefferson. I agree with Ricky. Keep him in the starting lineup because there's a different team. There's a different weird kind of leadership. I mean, it's weird because he's not that fast. He's not that athletic, but he's still getting to the basket. And he's still kind of showing some youthful tendencies, which is great for Richard Jefferson.
Plus, I feel like there's this weird kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of attitude with the team when it comes to Love, where it's kind of like, oh, is Love okay? Are you okay? Are you getting your touches? Here, have the ball. Mm-hmm. Wait, did Love get the ball, guys? Here's the ball.
Anyways, I think the starting 5 should stay the same because Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders. That's why he signed him to that ridiculous contract. 7 offensive rebounds. That's what led this team. You're going to be able to run the offense through that. I think LeBron being the mainstay, and then I think having Kevin Love off the bench, he's still a good scorer. He can still dominate anyone, any of the Warriors big. So I think K Love off the bench is going to be great, especially pairing him with a guy like Shumpert, who's still quick, a guy like Delly, who's kind of scrappy. I think that would be a good second unit, and that would kind of make up for the depth from the bench perspective. I think that would make this Cavs team better, and I think the Cavs actually going to tie the series up. I think they're going to win this one on the cue. I think LeBron knows how important the second game is. He was able to win 2 last year. I think he'll at least be able to win 2 this year. I think LeBron and Kyrie will still be on the same page. I think K-Love coming off the bench or K-Love not playing at all will really help and benefit this team. I think they'll be able to work this out. I'm not saying it's going to be another 30-point blowout.
I hope not.
I think it's going to be these have been boring NBA finals so far. 3 games have been blowouts.
Game 1 was the most exciting.
Yeah, but outside of that, they've all been boring.
No, exactly.
By halftime, they were basically.
This is I believe it's the 24th blowout of this entire playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs have been very just one-sided, especially on the East side when Cavs are rolled through those first 3 rounds. I mean, I look at this Cavs team, and if they stay with the same game plan, they stay with the same mindset of this is a do or die, I think this team can pull it through. I think this team, with its offensive rebounding, I mean, Tristan Thompson grabbing 7 rebounds, Richard Jefferson grabbing 3 rebounds, LeBron grabbing 2 offensive rebounds. I mean, that team is able to dominating the boards. That's what's really going to win them these games, because if they miss shots, they're still able to put more shots up. I think just shots and bunches is what's going to help them win against the Warriors.
This is going to tell us, like I said, whether it ends in 7 or whether it ends in 5. The last point I kind of want to make is the one thing the Warriors have to adjust for, because I don't think they adjusted for it in Game 3, is that you are playing on the road. When you play on the road, it's kind of like when Colin Cowherd was interviewing Glenn Babyface Davis today on his radio show. Glenn Davis said, hey, when we played in L.A., Doc would tell us, you got to take it. You got to take this one because we're not going to get the calls here in Los Angeles. When you're going to the Q, you're not going to get all the calls that you would get if we were playing at the Oracle. I think they didn't adjust for that. The refs called the game like they were supposed to. Favor the Cavs a little bit because they were the home team. And also another thing that I thought of early, this is, you could say conspiracy theory, Ricky, but the league knows where they're making money. The refs called, I thought, a lot of fouls early, set the tone early, and then backed off, and it affected the Warriors' defense going on because they, as well as the NBA, know close series is where they make their money.
All right, get out of here. It's Big Baby Glenn Davis anyways, not Babyface Davis. Thank you for watching this Game 3 reaction. If you like this video, like it down below. And if you do want to, not miss out on Game 4, Game 5, Game 6, Game 7 if necessary, subscribe down below and do not miss any of our game reactions. We also have great content, so don't forget to check that out here at MVP. And if you do want to find us in a different place that's not YouTube, you can find us on Twitter at Most Valuable Pod. You can find us on Facebook, MVP Sports Network. You can find us on Snapchat at Most Valuable Pod. You can find our Patreon page, patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. You can find me on Twitter at Schwarbo. You can find Ricky on Twitter at Ricky Widmer. And if you do want to, stay interactive with us, go to our social medias, and you can also talk to us in the comments. Tell us what you think the Cavs need to do to, win Game 4. Tell us what you think the Warriors need to do to win Game 4 in the comments down below. We love talking to you guys. And about someone addressing, Scottie Pippen's comments about starting Timofey Mozgov, they shouldn't. Timofey is not the same player as he was. So, we do look, we do listen. So, comment down below, talk to us, get interacted with everyone who's watching these videos. And, that's going to wrap up this video. We will see you for Game 4.